Yo, all right, we are about to watch another death battle. Finally, again on the channel. Last time y'all was getting on me because I was asking about the fight and I didn't watch the pre-fight analysis. That is 100% fair. All right, so for this one, we gonna watch the entire video. Just so I don't have people going wild on me. But also I kind of know a lot about Goku. I mean, I do know a lot about Goku, but I actually don't know too much about Superman like that. I know about him, but I don't know about him. So we're gonna skip like all the extra ads, but yeah, we're gonna watch it full through this time. And I will pick the winner correctly too. I will pick the winner correctly. 100%. I be really looking forward to these joints though. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Goku, Superman. It's time to answer the
Man, fuck it. I'm gonna go ahead and get y'all my. I'm gonna go ahead and get y'all my. I think Goku gonna win.
Examining Superman's extensive mainline.
I think Goku's gonna win.
Given Dragon Ball Super's contingent continuities, we'll include all three. Just
why do I think that?
Dragon Ball heroes.
He's Goku. Can he beat Goku though?
Weapons, armor,
I'm not one of those people, but he's Goku.
A death battle.
I don't feel like Superman can really bang with Goku like that.
Away, in an enchanted land, an old master found a boy and marveled at his uncommon strength. This is the story of Son Goku.
Chances are, if you've watched some localized anime, you can thank this guy.
Inspired by martial arts films and his wife's interest in Chinese culture, Akira Toriyama crafted the story and the character that would define generations to come.
Dragon Ball.
That's facts.
Kakarot was born a low-class
most inspirational anime right here, honestly.
Narrowly escaped its
most impactful.
Frieza and was raised on Earth by happy old Grandpa Gohan.
Not just raised, but trained. Gohan began Goku's teachings in martial arts, which he would find to be his true calling under the guidance of Master Roshi. Specifically, he learned the Kame-sen and Ryu style, which focuses on.
I've actually never watched the original Dragon Ball.
The more he learned, the more he wanted.
I've seen like Z and all that
this
though.
Little low-class monkey boy would prove that hard work and dedication can beat raw
You
talent.
monkey.
Within just a few years, he was so strong, the only worthy teachers left were gods. And a talking cat, but mostly gods. When you're training to dodge lightning, you know you're a few leagues over everyone else.
He did have a slight advantage. Saiyans are naturally superhuman. They also take Nietzsche's famous words, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger," very literally.
It's almost unfair how much of a boost in power they get after they're hurt.
While Saiyans like Vegeta may have abused this trait, it suits Goku, no matter how many
Man, they be hoeing Vegeta in the anime, bro. I actually really hate that.
It helps that he knows so many cool combat moves.
I like Vegeta way more than Goku.
An incredibly powerful technique that focuses one's ki into a single point for a devastating beam.
So challenging, it took Roshi decades to master, but Goku got it in like 5 seconds.
It's incredibly versatile, with over 50 different variations. For example, Goku can curve the beam after firing, or even shoot it from his feet.
But unlike most Saiyans,
wait, really? I actually didn't know that.
Key to blow shit up. Moves like the Solar Flare, Energy Landbind, and God Bind require a lot more strategy and planning.
Because while Goku isn't exactly book smart, he is a genius when it comes to martial arts. He doesn't just train to conquer his opponents, but to conquer himself.
He's also got some different moves, like trapping you in a rice cooker.
Well, pretty much any container could be used for the Mothaba sealing technique.
Then there's Kaioken, aka
that must be some Dragon Ball joint. I didn't know about that.
20 with it before, and in a movie, he even got it up to times 100. What a badass!
The Genki Dama, or Spirit Bomb, is potentially his strongest attack, but it requires considerable time. Unlike instant transmission, which is a teleport that's instant. The way it works is Goku detects another person, like a sort of beacon, then teleports to their location by launching himself through an alternate dimension where time stands still. Yes, according to
I know about all this, but this is still really entertaining to me somehow.
You can actually see this in between space in some movies and games.
And the dubs wanted us to think it shot Goku's molecules around at light speed. Silly English.
The dubs did more than that. In fact, early dubs of Dragon Ball Z tried to rewrite Goku as a Superman figure. Even his famous speech on Namek about being the light.
That is true. That was changed.
With his Saiyan heritage. accepting his anger and pride, avenging his people by defeating Frieza, and declaring himself the Super Saiyan.
I watched a whole video on that too about like how they why they changed it and stuff like that.
Super Saiyan and its sequels all have official power multipliers, but they threw us for a loop by turning Goku into a god.
Super Saiyan God certainly changed things up. Goku gained Divine Ki, a pure form of Ki unspoiled by mortal hands. Unlike normal Ki, it can't be detected and appears to have healing properties.
Kinda like Senzu beans. Did you know one Senzu has so much healing juice it can...
Are they using stuff from the manga too? I don't read the manga, so
They're missing out.
God Goku reached a level of power that could compete with the greatest of deities, nearly shattering the whole universe with a single clash on his first go. Dragon Ball's cosmology is unique. This model is said to be an accurate depiction of Universe 7, but there's a wrinkle there. When all of humanity went to heaven,
Because Boo went berserk.
Fidel commented that heaven is just
that nigga did go crazy on the world.
Backs her up.
And that's heaven. Big planet.
So let's scale things up with that in mind. Doing so would make Universe 7 over 1,500 times larger than our own observable universe.
And Goku destroyed that much the first time he went god. And he didn't lose that power. He learned how to use it even better, even in base form. Now, imagine how much stronger he became when he stacked Super Saiyan on Super Saiyan God and became Super Saiyan Blue.
Super Saiyan God.
Still got
Super
to
Saiyan.
they came in to get Ultra Instinct.
Or after he trained with some almighty angels. Or when he perfected the blue hairdo and stacked Kaioken on top of that.
Goku has certainly performed great feats with God Ki, breaking through Hit's time stop by forcing himself into the future, holding off Infinite Zamasu, who was a sentient timeline, defeating Jiren, who shook the entire world of Void by just walking.
He didn't really defeat Jiren. They jumped that nigga Jiren. That's what happened.
And tried out Hakai, the destruction.
That nigga was so strong they had to jump him.
Your being and your soul erased
That
from
is crazy.
all of time and space.
Culminating in his greatest form, Ultra Instinct.
Chrome Goku isn't a normal transformation, it's a state of mind. Ultra Instinct is the highest peak of martial arts. Subconsciously,
Man, I remember when I was in, this was my senior year of high school when this dropped.
Something Goku has always been trained to do.
People was going crazy about it.
But when perfected, autonomous Ultra Instinct makes you untouchable. No matter what comes his way, Goku will automatically dodge, block, and counter to the best of his ability, even pushing his body well beyond his physical limits. So far beyond, in fact, Ultra Instinct can summon a massive avatar to defend him when his own body can't.
Oh, that's crazy.
Really intense.
It is,
I didn't know that.
which is why he's developed incremental versions of it for specific uses.
This might be the reason he beat Superman right here.
Maintain the full form for long.
Until you get to Dragon
Because it also
Ball
depends
Heroes.
on what variation of Superman they're using. Y'all know DC and
Well,
Marvel got all
technically
these different
CC Goku is functionally a stand-in for
variations.
mainline Goku. His history and powers are the same, making his story just as much of a what-if scenario as the multiple super continuities. The only real difference is Toriyama's not really involved.
This Goku used instant transmission to teleport through time and dimensions. He outsped a god who could see the future. He defeated Dark King Fu, who was gonna rewrite the entire universe. Hell, this series even makes GT cool. Xeno Goku can break space-time just by going Super Saiyan 4.
Hey.
Looking back at that goofy monkey boy.
To those people that like
chopping
GT,
wood and
man,
punching dinosaurs,
hey.
it's almost overwhelming.
It is what it is,
about
bro.
How far Goku has come, how much he's had.
It is
to
what it is,
face.
man. Y'all
No
got it.
matter the challenge, he takes it head-on and pushes through.
Showing everyone, everywhere, how to go even further beyond.
All right, seems like Goku pretty solid, y'all.
Speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
I don't like Superman, honestly, bro.
People in the 40s needed bigger imaginations.
Born on the far-off world of Krypton,
Like, he's just so.
infant Kal-El was sent to Earth by his parents, narrowly escaping Krypton's
He's so
destruction.
corny.
Raised by farmers as Clark Kent, he eventually became Superman, champion of the oppressed, the man of tomorrow.
If you've only seen the movies, forget them. Comic book Clark's not the perfect Boy Scout. And he's definitely not Jesus. Wait, weren't the guys who made him Jewish?
Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster were sons of Jewish immigrants and grew up in a time when anti-Semitism went largely unchallenged.
And then that ugly mustache showed up.
Understandably seeking escape from some truly terrifying horrors, the pair created Superman to be a simple solution to overwhelming problems.
A hero who could defeat any evil by just punching it. Hell yeah, that's how
That's
I live
valid.
my life.
After almost 9 decades, Superman has been many things. At the core, his story is one of a refugee, a child who lost his home, left to the mercy of alien people. This new world accepted him, raised him, gave him a new home, because helping others in need
Love
is the right thing to
interest.
do. That-
Lois Lane, Lana Lang, All Lisa, Liza, Lori, Luma, Lanya. What is up with all these L's? What is up with that? Holy. That's a thing. That was a thing. I saw
why he
something about
became
that.
a
Like,
superhero. The first
I thought that was like a
Everything's
Marvel
gotta
thing,
start
though,
somewhere,
or
but he was the first one to
I
really
remember.
take off. I mean, not literally. It took a while actually before he learned how to.
but like
fly.
just like they'll
When
make
Clark
names the
discovered
first name and
Kryptonian
last name
origins, he
will
struggled
start
to
with the
accept
same
his
letter.
subconsciously developed mental blocks, severing him from his true power, which he would uncover throughout his life.
He's strong enough to shoulder
My mind be
press
all
the
over the
weight
place
of the
sometimes,
earth
y'all.
for 5 days straight, or crush coal into perfectly cut diamond.
That's not how that works.
He's fast enough to reach the edge of the universe in seconds, or even break the bonds of infinity. Wait, he can do all that, but Batman can punch him out? Really?
You're
He's
probably
Batman,
thinking
stop
Elseworlds was
playing.
outside main canon like Dark Knight Returns. It's a good question though. Superman's powers have fluctuated over time for a variety of reasons. However, for Death Battle, we take the characters at their best.
Yeah, like how his breath is so powerful he can
Okay,
squeeze
so
away
y'all
a
gonna
solar
use,
system, or blow air cold enough to freeze gold.
I'm gonna use like the
Speaking
craziest
of, his
version.
X-ray vision doesn't just see through walls. He can see through your own body and mind to examine your soul.
And yet, he
That's
can't
crazy.
see through lead. That's okay, though. He can just burn through it with his face. Since he gets his power from the yellow sun, his heat vision burns with the fire of a star. And if beams aren't enough, he can blast it out of his whole body for a super flare. It used to totally drain him, but he's learned
Dang,
how to
is
control
Goku
it.
gonna win?
Simply put, Superman's
I think he
powers
still is.
defy physics. My favorite examples of this are when he rebuilt the reality warping miracle machine from memory, or punched Brainiac so hard every version of him felt it through all of time, or
Damn.
when he gained 10 years worth of medical
that's
training
crazy.
through only 5 minutes of reading and then successfully performed lung surgery.
Nice. My favorite example is when he smelled brownies in North Dakota from orbit.
Even beyond his powers, Superman is no novice.
That is
when it comes to
crazy. Punching a nigga so hard that all
He's
the
trained in
universes feel
Kryptonian
it.
martial arts, which uses chi, or as they call it, Shriar. He even got summoned to Asgard to fight demons with Thor for 1,000 years.
Superman can resist being erased from existence, such as tanking Darkseid's Omega Beams. Even retcon and the time
Thor,
both of
Thor-
which
I thought
hijack
Thor was only in
and alter
Marvel.
timelines can't touch him. Not because of his powerful mental defenses or healing factor,
Must have
but
missed
because
something.
he's a cosmic linchpin in the greater metaverse.
Timelines literally revolve around him.
But let's address the S-shaped elephant in the room. You may have noticed we've covered a variety of Superman eras.
That's what I'm
Superman
saying.
and DC Comics as a whole have gone through multiple retcons.
Golden Age, Silver Age, pre-crisis, post-crisis, New 52.
So pick what
Rebirth,
Superman you're
and so
using.
on.
It would help to know which one is the main Superman, right? Well, they all are.
Yeah, the latest reboots basically said everything in the main series is kinda canon, even when he had wacky powers like changing his appearance with a super muscular control. Ew. I guess he can still phase through almost anything, even people.
Look, if you really dig into it, this isn't new. Plenty of characters have recalled events from supposedly retcon timelines before.
Yeah, post-crisis Supes did start as less powerful than in pre-crisis, but that was because
I still got my money on
Though he's
Goku.
not a complete composite, there's so many other Supermen out there.
Future Superman, Big Robot Superman, Commie Superman, Dinosaur Superman. There's a bunch.
Still, this new canon
That's
has affected
crazy.
his abilities. For example, he and other Kryptonians can effortlessly travel through time. And while Superman's powers stem from the Earth's yellow sun, exposure to a blue star increases them even further. In fact, upon visiting a white star, he attained a whole new level of power.
When that old baldy Lex teleported him to another galaxy, Superman just popped back up, saying space-time has lost its meaning for him. He really just said
That's
that.
crazy.
Remember, Superman defies physics.
Like when he used heat vision to restart the universe by making an all-new Big Bang.
We've seen that his universe has.
I'm seeing when they're trying to describe it like this, man. But Goku is literally defeating gods.
The DC universe is
Or
15 billion years
so,
old,
you know, so-called
and
gods,
expands
I
at
guess, or
60
whatever.
trillion light years per half second.
They
This
said-
means
yeah.
its radius must be
Oh.
over 50 nonillion light years across.
This is actually tricky.
What? That's 31 zeros, and Soups helped make that happen.
Well, about 1/5 of it. That's still immense power, but if you want something bigger, here's the Anti-Monitor blasting Golden Age Superman with all the energy of the antimatter universe. And then Superman, you know.
Punched him so hard it kickstarted another one of those reboots.
Now, Superman
That's
does
crazy.
have weaknesses. There's kryptonite, of course, and exposure to red starlight can fade his powers over time.
True.
Not all at once. He has been able to move planets around while under a red star. So...
And everyone knows Superman can't deal with magic, but it's more accurate to say he doesn't have any special resistances to it. He's defeated plenty of magic users before, even Shazam.
Superman challenges the idea
And
that
Shazam lame,
absolute
though.
power corrupts absolutely. He's the goodest good guy of them all, but there is nuance to being good. Even if he is the ultimate power fantasy, unstoppable and incorruptible.
Such as when he took on the World Forger, one of the most powerful reality shapers in all of creation.
Who was in the 6th dimension crafting a whole...
Oh, they're glazing Superman right now. I feel like we've been on Superman forever.
Who's gonna stop him?
Superman could, and the Forger knew it. So he was trapped on a world with a sun so distant he could never escape. Or so the Forger thought.
Instead, Clark found the strength he needed to fly at that sun, dip through a ton of stars, KO the World Forger, and shatter his new multiverse with a single punch. Because that's Superman, a simple solution to overwhelming problems.
He's the kind of person to save a cat from a tree, answer Christmas cards from strangers, and tow hundreds of planets to a new galaxy.
That
all
is
in the same
crazy.
day. What's not to like?
Truth and justice has no better champion than the Man of Steel.
I mean, he's never really gonna lose. I feel like it
This
seems
episode
like
of Death Battle
he's
is
the
sponsored
Great
by
White Hope,
BetterHelp.
basically.
Dune
Like that's what he is.
consider first month.
That's just what he is.
BetterHelp, HELP.com/deathbattle.
All right, let's get to Bracken. Death battle time.
All right,
Here we
the
go.
bets are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for
I'm still going Goku, y'all. I'm still going Goku.
battle!
I feel like Superman has a slight chance, though. Oh, we just started off. There was like no meeting or anything. I thought they would have started off with like Goku, like, hey, you seem strong, something like that. They ain't had time to do that because they spent so much time glazing Superman.
Finally settle who's stronger.
Oh, never mind, they're doing it.
So,
Yo, their animations are always so fire. It's in transmission.
you're holding back. Give it your all.
Can he react? I don't think he really react to that.
No regrets.
Dragon throw.
I'm doing just fine.
They get this guy slung on the ground as I'm doing this fine. Alright, blue already. They're boxing. Oh, 1-inch punch, that was clean.
Oops.
He just blew up the
Well, I guess we
moon.
can wish it back later.
World made of cardboard. All right, I'll show you just how powerful I really am.
Wait a second.
Looks like a job, boss.
Wait, this is hard. Hold up. I watched the analysis, but I still forgot what this form is.
Well,
This must be a different
what
variant.
do you think?
That was awesome. Nice suit.
Oh, thanks. Kryptonian fabric. My mom made it for me.
Why are you trying to fight him in base form? Ultra Instinct! Oh yeah, it's over. Oh yeah, it's over. Let me tell you, a lot of niggas gonna be mad in the comments. Oh my God, here we go. This is, yeah, I don't know. That's a fire scene. Dang! Nigga just blew the earth up. They just restart the world. Literally.
Huh? Ah, darn it.
Almost had me there. That was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, it sure was. But I'll be stronger next time.
I look forward to it.
Let's go again.
You're on.
I don't think the anime fans are gonna agree with this one.
KO! That's it! The final, indisputable answer! Who am I kidding? People are gonna argue this one forever.
Oh yeah,
So
100%.
many ways this battle could go, especially with all the other.
That's very debatable.
Yeah, for real, Goku would kick almost every other Superman's ass, except for the main one.
There's a lot to cover, so let's address the 5 categories most representative of this fight.
Okay.
First up, strength. Both could hit hard enough to break or make their whole universe, or take it in stride, like when Superman got smacked by the whole antimatter universe.
At most,
Right.
Dragon Ball's universe is 1,505 times larger than our own. But based on the
This is
DC
all
universe's
speculation.
officially established age and rate of expansion, it is 1.6 vigintillion times larger. Over a
What the fuck is that?
novemticillion times more than Goku's.
At some point, you reach a number.
We're just
high
making
enough
up
that
stuff
doesn't
now.
Mean anything anymore. Anyway, Goku's obviously gotten stronger since the Beerus fight, even by billions or trillions of times. He's defeated Jiren, Broly, Moro, and Fu.
But even if we highball Goku by quadrillions or quintillions of times, the gap is just too much, especially with the World Forger feat. Not even Heroes competes with that. Superman takes the edge in strength.
But strength isn't everything. Let's talk speed. Both are obviously way faster than light, but Superman crossed that mega-sized universe of his in seconds and flew faster than infinity.
Makes sense, he can keep up with the Flash, whose speed is so ludicrous it's unquantifiable.
You know, actually, now that I think about it, I don't know why I thought Goku was gonna win. Like if you really think about it, like, bro, who has Goku actually beaten in his own anime by himself? Like, who has he actually beaten by himself? He didn't beat Radix. He damn sure didn't beat Vegeta. Y'all, he didn't beat Vegeta. They all jumped him and they still barely beat him. He ain't beat Cell. He left that to his son. I mean, I guess he got Kid Buu. And then who else? Yeah, I don't know why I thought Goku was gonna win. That's just, yeah, thinking back, like, yeah, I don't even really know why I thought that.
Flying across the entire afterlife in base form and outspeeding Eos.
That nigga spent like half his anime dead.
Crazy speed.
Fighting Zamasu as an omnipresent merged timeline also implies immeasurable speeds.
That combined with instant
He does have some
transmission and
incredible
Ultra
feats though that
Instinct
could, you know,
probably keep up.
Maybe.
like Ultra Instinct is the reason I really thought he was gonna win.
Both are immeasurable. The safest bet here is to say they tie in speed.
Especially when we look at skill. Goku's a martial arts master. He's definitely got better battle instincts. He wants to fight and is dedicated to his training.
Yeah, this nigga
while
literally
Superman
trains to
sees
fight, bro.
training
Like, that's
as
all
a
he
means to
trains
an
for.
end.
Superman's knowledge in pressure point combat and Kryptonian martial arts are impressive, but he's only used them a few times. It would be disingenuous to say he's an equivalent master at them.
So Goku wins in skill, but not necessarily in experience.
Don't
Can y'all
get me
do
wrong,
Batman versus Superman?
is not a mindless
No,
foe.
we need to run back
Batman and
a
Wonder
Batman
Woman.
versus Spider-Man. That's what we
Martial
need.
arts experts like Cobra without powers.
Goku has spent decades training, but Superman battled Norse demons for 1,000 years.
He's also astonishingly brilliant, like when he reassembled the reality warping miracle machine from memory. Experience obviously goes to Superman. But perhaps less obvious is our last category.
What does that have to do with combat experience,
Kai,
though?
Spirit Bomb, Mafuba, Instant Transmission, God Key, God Bind. How does Goku not win with those?
In Dragon Ball,
That's what I'm
ki is
saying.
dependent on physical ability, so it's different from magic.
I'm all over the place
God
here.
Ki is simply pure ki, and magic isn't an auto win against Superman anyway, whose greater strength could break out of something like the God Bind.
Mafuba and the Spirit Bomb would take way too long, and Goku's never successfully used Hakai before. Even if he did land it, Superman's impossible to erase from reality. Like, he's tanked Omega Beams, which do the same thing as Hakai.
Superman can time travel, countering instant transmission's similar ability from Heroes. And regarding teleporting him to a red star, ignoring the fact that Saiyans can't breathe in space, though Goku's certainly tough enough to withstand a vacuum, instant transmission requires another
That's actually
person
crazy
to
that
act
Saiyans
as
can't
a
breathe in
beacon.
space.
He can't just warp to any red star.
Even if he did, Superman could simply fly away and find a blue or white star for a supercharge.
And Goku could not pull off the same trick twice, as Superman could phase through his attacks.
So, that's it then. Clark
Okay.
has too many counters, so he takes the...
I'm not mad about
and
this
it's
at
over.
all.
Well, I think there's something else. Goku versus Superman breaches a broader zeitgeist. It's more than just two characters fighting. For a whole generation, especially in 90s America, superheroes represented an unyielding status quo. Spider-Man, Batman, Captain America rarely change who they are or what they believe in. For a lot of
Facts.
people, that's tiring, and Superman is an icon of that. Then along came anime. There was a whole
Yeah.
other world of ideas and stories for a sheltered
Inuyasha.
Western experience, and Goku's an icon of that. So while many see this as a debate between characters, others see it as a debate of ideologies and culture. And if that's what's at
I
stake,
mean, if you want to get deep,
who wants Goku to lose?
You're sure you're not overthinking this?
It's
nah,
not,
it's
but it
that
does
serious
question
though.
what we're
Ask
doing.
some anime
How can
people.
people agree with what we take
I mean,
as
I'm not
fact
really
when
one of them
fiction
that like
relies
take it
on
that serious, but
Are we stripping characters of their importance by simplifying them to contestants in a vacuum of violence? And
you're
if
getting
so,
deep,
then
brother.
What's the point?
Because it's fun, Wiz. Damn it, man. There's more than one way to appreciate something. We're having a great time talking about awesome characters and slamming action figures together. And that's okay.
Yeah, you're right.
okay.
I'm just saying, no matter who you prefer, that battle was super, man.
That's the worst pun.
What? It fits them both.
It's so lame.
I don't see you doing any better.
I do the math. The puns.
I'm not mad about
Well,
this. That was
maybe
a
if
good
you
video.
math as good as I
That was
punched, then
hard.
Goku would have won.
It definitely can go either way though. Honestly, it can go either way. Either way. That was a good video.